What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo Esports podcast. Juan said we could start, so now we can officially start. So thanks a lot, Juan. Appreciate that. Goddamn. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. I should say this is episode 351 for the week of August 4th, 2024. The title of this week's episode is "There Was a Problem with the Dedicated Server." LOL. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week I'm joined by the man in... What are you wearing? Is that just a blue button-up?
Yeah, it comes through blue on the camera. It's a little blue-green. It's got a... It's like a... I don't know what to call it. A quarter button on top, long sleeve, but I roll up the sleeves because it's, you know, warm.
The man in that thing, Will, a.k.a. I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Drinking new Mountain Dew flavor.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
Where do you place it in your ratings?
Oh, God. Oh, shit. I don't think I've ever done like an actual tier list for Mountain Dew flavors for myself, Will. I don't think I have. I will say, though, while obviously it's sweet, it's not as sweet as like a Game Fuel or like those other Baja ones that had come out. Okay. So it's a positive. That is a positive.
That it's not that sweet.
That's a positive. I'd say top 10. I don't know if I put it top 5. I definitely put it top 10.
Okay.
Because like we have to think fucking, you know, how many fucking flavors have there been? Like, holy shit.
Too many at this point.
Exactly. So if we ever did like you and I could sit down and have this discussion and make a tier list, but yeah, I would say firmly top 10. I would have to go through. I would have to make a tier list to determine if it's going to be in the top 5, but it's definitely top 10.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I'd say. For those that want to know what it is, it's called Infinite Swirl. And I did find that fucking hilarious because we're talking about infinite servers being absolute shit. But it's called Infinite Swirl. It's a blast of artificial, because of course it's artificial, a blast of artificial pineapple berry flavor. Pineapple berry. So there you go. There you go. Yes, Steve, firmly top 10. Y'all see that Baja Blast Stanley, though? No.
Oh, no.
Halt, can you do us a firm favor right now and DM us that link? Or actually, you're a mod. You can just probably post the link in the chat. Please? I need that. I'm not a big Stanley guy. My one Stanley that I had, the handle broke off, and I was not happy about that. So I've just gotten back to using my Yetis. So I'm a big Yeti fan. But you know me, I like merch.
They're giving them away.
They're giving them away? Oh, it'd be a fucking A. So you can't buy one?
Taco Bell reward members can monitor the app.
Taco Bell reward members?
For a chance to win the Stanley Cup, which starts on August 13th.
Holy shit.
The tumblers are only available to the first 100 rewards program members to claim the offer.
I mean, shit. I'm not a big fan of only doing these via giveaways. Same thing with like the Xbox stuff that was happening with like Deadpool, Wolverine, or any of the other sweepstakes that they did. But yeah. Because I'd like to buy it if I could. Bart, welcome back. Good to see you. Music Fiend, welcome back. Good to see you as well. Thank you for the link. Oh man, I'm gonna fucking. All right. Will, do you want to know what's on this week's episode of the show?
I think I know, but what do we got?
Well, Halo Infinite continues to have massive server issues, so obviously we'll talk about that.
Whoa.
Who would have fucking guessed? Thought? I know, right? All right, without further ado, I'm fixated on this Stanley Baja Blast mug now.
You're just thinking about it? You're going to dream about it tonight?
I will, and I'm gonna have a nightmare knowing that I can't get one. All right, let's get into
There's no pictures of it out there though. I'm a little bummed.
I think it was a white one with like it was etched for the thing or whatever, right?
Sure.
I don't fucking know, man. Whatever. Look, the guy who won the Deadpool controller was an actual gamer on the Xbox Reddit. Hey, that's fucking awesome, Laird. That is awesome. Let's get into some competitive news. Now I'm just fixated on that article. All right. First up, HCS Grassroots calendar for August 2024. It is jam-packed with shit happening, so make sure you go ahead and check that calendar out. There's basically, I mean, almost every day of the week there's something going on, except a lot of Tuesdays and Thursdays. But hey, go check the calendar out. There's going to be a lot of Twitch drops that are enabled over those days, and make sure to get your drops if you haven't already. Wilton Manners, hey, what are your thoughts on the state of Halo? It's not great right now. I'd say that first off, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the live show. How do I phrase this? I am happy. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this should have been there at launch, because that's obvious. But we're at a point now where I'm happy with the amount of content that is in the game. Obviously, I wish there was still like some of the missing modes and whatnot, and we know that there are a couple coming, but and obviously like wish that there was some more sandbox items added as well, blah, 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 blah. Wish there were more dev-made maps and not just Forge-made, which not that big of a fucking deal, but you know what I mean? But no, the server issues, that's rough. That's really fucking rough. So, what do I think about the state of Halo right now? I would say it feels like we've been in that quote-unquote downturn for a while, where players are like going to play other games and all that stuff, which is perfectly fine. The hardcore and dedicated fan base, the hardcore and dedicated player base is still there, and they're still getting their games in when they can, if the servers aren't blowing up. And yeah, we're just on that infinite train as it continues to roll slowly and steadily down that track until it comes to its end, and then we prepare ourselves for the next release. Know what I mean? It is raining hard as fucking balls outside right now. I hear it, like,
yeah,
sorry.
I can hear it too.
I'm sorry if I'm distracted by that, but like, holy shit. Tristan, I do not care. And that's no offense, that I'm not trying to be an asshole to your statement. I'm just saying I don't fucking care about that, because none of it's, you know what I mean? Wish you could speak candidly on this subject. Best of luck to you. I am. What do you mean? Like, does he expect me to go on a fucking rant and be like, fuck 343, their game is shit, blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ, dude. I speak candidly about this subject all the fucking time. Yes, I wish the game was better. Holy shit. All right. Next up, HCS Open Series schedule update. This by the HCS. In light of recent online connectivity issues, that's to say the fucking least, we're shifting Jesus Christ. We're shifting the start of the HCS Open Series Road to SLC from this weekend to next weekend, which is August 10th through the 11th. So that's this coming weekend, by the way. So to the motherfucker who said last week, hey, you forgot about the HCS Open Series, joke's on you, bitch! It's this weekend! Ha-ha! We apologize for any inconvenience. And we hope the additional time will help players better acclimate to the new sandbox updates. Oh, maybe if they could just matchmake into games.
It's not even just matchmaking, though, is the thing.
The custom games, too, right?
Yeah,
we fucking dealt with it during the playdate last week.
Yeah, the easy anti-cheat messages that pop up. Like, someone, a party member on their PC has invalid easy anti-cheat, and it's like, well, what the hell?
Seriously.
And everybody has to restart their build that's on PC.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I get why they moved it. What the server issues and an update, instant update.
Yep.
But It's not fixed by now. I think they were wishing it would be, but let's see. The Open Series might take 20 hours.
Are the server issues a PC only issue? No. It's across the board. It's a Halo Infinite issue, is what it is. And we'll talk about later in the action, like in the normal news section, because it's all encompassing for the game. We'll talk about what Uni said. We'll talk about the Halo support tweets that have come out. Don't worry. We'll talk about this further later on the show, I promise. Also, Wilton, I just want to say, thank you for the question, but please understand, for anybody that's new here, I want folks to understand this because I feel like I need to reiterate every now and again. We're not affiliated with 343. We're not paid by 343. We're not paid by the HCS. We're not affiliated with Microsoft or anything like that. We have a fair share of times over the course of years dunked the fuck on the experience of Halo Infinite. Okay? From its rocky launch, where it had a great foundation, to just lack of content, shit not working, shop prices being extravagantly high, fucking lack of split screen, thing after thing after thing after thing. And if it feels like I'm kind of exhausted at this point, I am. I'm fucking exhausted. Because yes, I think the game has a lot more content now than it did at launch. And I wish that all that stuff was there at launch because maybe the population would be different. But come on. It is fucking raining outside. But seriously, if you're still playing the game, then you're still playing the game. You have to find some modicum of enjoyment out of it. But if you just want me to sit here, and I'm not just talking about you, Wilt, I'm talking about everyone. If people just want me to sit here and rag on the entire experience all the time and say fuck the numbered company and the all that shit, I'm not going to do it. It's not the dev's fault that this is the way that it is. You know what I mean? And if you think it's the dev's fault for the way that it is, then you need to educate yourself because you're incorrect. So there you go. Message lost. There was a problem with the dedicated server. LOL. Mr. Fusion, welcome back. Fusion! You guys talking about the servers or lack thereof? Kinda. We'll talk about things further. I promise. I want to get through this and then we'll get to it in the regular news section. I promise. Steezy with the 4-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much. Chewy. Well, let's hold on to that question. Let's hold on to that question when we get into Rostermania, and we'll read through the couple things we got there, and then we can loop that question into there. Not that we think that a roster change needs to happen, but I think it'd be a good opportunity to talk about there. So, just to give people a heads up on when this Open Series is taking place. Open number 1, August 10th and 11th for North America, August 11th for EU, Mexico, and Australia, New Zealand. Open number 2 on August 17th and 18th for North America, August 18th for EU, Mexico, and Australia, New Zealand. Open number 3. Here's the thing. Open number 3 will now be played on Wednesday, Thursday, on August 21st and 22nd, with the 22nd being EU, Mexico, and Australia, New Zealand. Divergent. You'd think that you'd know how to fix things you've created when they're broken. It's not, but oh my God. Does anyone want to educate Divergent in the chat, please? I'm tired. Rodzilla. Wait, did Josh just admit the community is the problem? Come on, Rod. No.
I mean, partly.
Yeah, part of the community is at fault for just piling on the bullshit and thinking they know what the problem is and thinking that I can fucking just do this. Part of the community, sure. Steezy, it's all Trippy's fault. Goddamn. Goddamn. The real reason is Snag. Fuck that guy. I agree. Fuck Snag, dude. Lumberquack with the Taylor Swift reference. Love that. All right. So yeah, the final open will be taking place on Wednesday, Thursday, the 21st and the 21st and 22nd of August. They had to do what they had to do. Again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, meh, fucking meh. Because like everybody in the chat right now, Will, like you as well, we just hope that it fucking works this weekend. Like, let's just get through this weekend first, and then we can focus on the rest of it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%, man.
Oofta doofta. Okay, the last piece of competitive news here. LVT and Native Gaming FFA series has been announced. This is by LVT. $1,000 prize pool per week provided by Native Gaming. 6 p.m. local time. Friday, August 9th, August 17th, and August 24th. Each region will have its own competition, just as the HCS Open Series does. And here's the prize breakdown for each week. Australia, New Zealand, $100 winner-take-all. EU, $200 winner-take-all. Mexico, $200 winner-take-all. And North America will be first for $350, second for $150. The broadcast will start at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with the pre-recorded Australia-New Zealand finals, transition into EU live matches, and then finish with the Mexico and North American finals by the end of the day. So they're going to try to have as much as possible on broadcast, which is fucking great. And yes, the registration link is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Show notes in the chat. Mungry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. So there you go. That's it for the competitive news. Will, it's time for Rostermania!
All right, we'll start off. Alpha Esports, they released Magico, and they posted, "Today we say goodbye to Magico. Thank you for everything you contributed to the Alpha team and wish you nothing but the best in your next chapter and future endeavors. Thank you, Magic." We do have a Passion United update. So first off, Bejesus posted free agent for Salt Lake City in this weekend's Open. With Big, meaning Bigabaloo, unable to make SLC, the boys are looking at other opportunities. I want to thank Passion United, Coach Clutch, Maddie Matthias, and Palfius for taking me in for ATL. They have all my support for the future. Retweet and vouchers appreciated. And then from that, Palfius tweeted, free agent for SLC, top 8 in London Open, top 12 in Atlanta Open, looking for a team that is capable of making pool play. Again, vouchers and retweets appreciated. So Passion United boys have disbanded. Only one has remained, which is Maddie Matthias, however you say it. I'm sorry, Maddie. And looking to rebuild. So get a new team together around Maddie and go from there. And that's really all of the official changes we have this week.
I'm based off the information that we know, Will.
Yeah.
I'm anxious for if that becomes official and gets announced. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Oh my God. All right. Hold on 1 second. I think I missed a question earlier. Oh, Music Fiend. Yes, I will be at SLC. If you're still here, there's your answer. And yes, Chewy. The optic situation. So, Will, we already talked about this during our Atlanta post show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And if our sentiment hasn't changed, they don't need to make a roster change or anything like that, in my opinion. They made second back to back to back, which obviously is not what they want. They want to make first back to back to back, obviously. Tyler, thank you for the 2-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you very much. Will, I'm going to formulate my thought a little bit further. What are your thoughts? What do Optic need to do, in your opinion, to get over that hump, to get that first place finish?
Ooh. Well, I'll start off. I think the sandbox opening up with the recent update is going to help them. That was always something they were very good at, was utilizing the sandbox. Now that the Bandit's not all powerful, might see some other weapons come into play, and that was kind of Lucid special, right? Grabbing everything on the map and being efficient with it. Also, with the Bandit slowing down, this plays into their slow, methodical play. Now that we know they've always been bad at Slayers, and this might not help them, because even with the BR, they were still losing Slayers. And I think that's the biggest thing they need to do, is work on Slayers. I know teams don't scrim. They don't scrim. Yeah, they don't scream Slayers. They don't scrim Slayers often, but I think Optic would benefit the most from picking up on their freaking Slayers, man. Come on.
Well, they are at least 2 out of the 3 games in the series, so.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 out of the 5. What the fuck am I talking about?
2 out of 5. Yeah, 1 out of 3.
Exactly.
Either way.
Yep.
Got to get better at them. Invisiblade says it too. Need to find a way to win when Lucid doesn't get clips all game. Yeah. When Lucid's on, he's on. The team's winning.
Yeah.
Same with, I shouldn't say same. Like, Formal's been pretty consistent for them if you look at his games throughout, like, last tournament.
Yeah.
It's the other two, really, Trippy and Dead Zone, that they're not making those, like, big game Trippy really doesn't feel like he's been around for a while. He hasn't made that spectacular big swing on the map.
Tristan, I can agree with that. Will, I remember the point I was going to make as well. It's the point that I made from Atlanta is that FaZe notwithstanding, because that was a dumpster fire of a performance. When you look at SSG, when you looked at SSG in Atlanta, all 4 players looked like they were firing on all cylinders. They were all clicking very well. Teamwork was on point. Everything was working out, right? And I think I talked about this last week, is that the thing that I was noticing about Optic when I was watching is that it really always felt like 2 out of the 4 players at any given time were cohesive, playing well, whatever it may be. And that's not to say the other 2 weren't playing well all the time. It's just there was never a point in time to me where it felt like all 4 of them were clicking the entire time. So I think for me, and like kind of what Tristan is talking about as well, I view the Penguin pickup being the most impactful, but taking the most amount of time to get the full impact.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah, and so I can agree with that, where they just need more time. Just need to get that teamwork down, get that solidified and ready to rock. Like, I think what people fail to understand is that, like, if you look at this, if you take a step back and you look at the landscape, right? The fact that this team, well, obviously, they want to be first every tournament. Every team wants to win every tournament. That's obvious. But not that one team is never going to win everything. We're past that. We're past the final boss days, right? We're past it. Even the CLG Optic Talk Sentinels run, Splice came in there and shook things up for a little bit. You know what I mean? We're kind of past that. That's why we have a big three. But the fact that you have a singular team like Cloud9/SSG previously, where they're consistently getting second place, that in and of itself is very fucking hard to do. Like, you talk to Shopify, you think they'd be happy getting second every event? Yeah. Obviously, they'd want to win every event, but they would be fucking like over the moon that like, hey, we're consistently placing second at every fucking event. We just need to put in a little more work, get everything solidified, and we can win a fucking thing. That's the way I look at Optic. Knowing full well that they have every opportunity to win. It's incredibly hard to win. It's also incredibly hard to get second, and they're getting second every fucking event. It's only a matter of time before the pieces fall into place and they get a win. So, there you go. Dragger says Optic had to fight through the Elam bracket every time, too. That's not easy. Dragger, I'll take it a step further. That Elam bracket run, that losers bracket run that they had in Atlanta was crazy. But they did it. And again, that's like fucking FaZe were awful. But that's besides the point. For them, they were awful for them. Hence why I expect a bounce back at SLC. Wilton, we know. We're aware. Rodzilla, second equals first loser. You're not technically wrong. Smort's better. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. But seriously, I think it really just comes down to they need to put in more work. And I just want to see, I'm waiting for, because again, it's really hard to take second. And they've done it consistently. I just want to see all four of them just clicking on all levels. Because once that happens, could be game over. Could be game over. So no, we don't think there needs to be a roster change or anything like that. Will, do we still agree that we think the dead zone move was good overall?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Sorry if we kind of beat around the bush a while there, but hopefully that answered your question. Wilton, maybe not an infinite, though. Tyler gets it. All right. Jesus Christ. Will, thank you for going through the remainder of the Rostermania.
Oh, yeah.
Greatly appreciated. And we'll also say this, like, I think the real questions, and I think we talked about it last week too, but the real questions start to form when we hit the off season this year. After Worlds, where we know that contracts are going to be up for some certain players, that's when real conversations start taking place. And maybe players are already having conversations right now. But this offseason, Rostermania hits hard in the offseason, so could see some spicy ones happening. Could see some spicy ones. Rod says, please let me know when we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of old and current Halos. Are we talking about players? Rod, I assume we're talking players. Yes. That could be a fun thing we could do in the future, too.
I don't even want to jump in on that. You put one wrong person in the wrong spot, half the community's pissed.
Ah, fuck it. Neptune better make a list. Oh, yeah. Great idea. We'll just have Neptune 4 times. How about that? Would that make everybody happy? You know what? You know what might actually make people happy? Let's put Pistola up there 4 times. Can't be mad at that.
No one can.
You better not be fucking mad at that. I tell you what. If you're mad at that, you're a shitty person. Reflect on that. Turbo Sniper, welcome back. It's Jimbo, Woodham, Mighties, and T-Chick. Riz just fucking puts ITB on the Mount Rushmore, and that's it. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Tyler, absolutely. Like, Will, you hit the nail on the head. You can never make everybody happy by picking your 4 or whatever. That's why people were so fucking upset with that top 25 list. I think even like players that voted were also not very happy with the way things happened either. So,
yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by Noob Combo, if and when it exists again. Friday, August 9th, the LVT Native Gaming FFA Series week number 1 starts. And on Saturday, August 10th and Sunday, August 11th, we have the HCS Open Series week number 1 as well. And Will, like you said, it'll be a real eye-opener as to whether or not things work this weekend. So I'm very curious. So there you go. Will, Scrim Tournament League recaps. What do we happen to have?
Yeah, only one from this last week. It was the SWAT Nation Snipe Fest 3.0. In third place, we had Victrix Relax. It was Meanest and Sylvanic. Second went to Alpha, Lore and Acid, and first went to IDK. It was I7948 and Mines.
Computer processor and Mines. Get it? That was an Intel joke. i7?
Sure. i7?
Fuck me. All right. Thanks, Will, for going through that. I appreciate it.
Of course.
See, chat didn't appreciate my joke either. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for being there for us. Goddamn assholes. Time for the regular news. Gonna fly through this show this week. Infinite servers are still in the shitter. From Halo Support, here's a couple tweets for you. We've released an update to reduce the likelihood of receiving a ban after failing to load into a match. Please continue to submit bug reports at the link they provide or submit a ban appeal if you believe you were banned unfairly. Stay tuned for news on this investigation. No new news have been added to that yet. DeBear, thanks a lot, man. I know it wasn't fucking funny, you ass. God. And the other Halo Support tweet was, the Halo Infinite team has continued to prioritize the investigation into recent matchmaking issues. A root cause has not been identified, but it's been determined that the big team battle and ranked playlists are experiencing higher occurrences of issues. Stay tuned for updates. And Will, as we have easily found out based off of real world experience, custom games are also an issue. We're getting that, at least on PC, we're getting that issue of like one player in the lobby will have the like violation of easy anti-cheat, but it's never a violation. You're just sitting in the fucking lobby and something happens. So then basically everyone has to restart their build, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So I'll throw that out there. And then from
Unishek,
in response to Trippy, he said the following. I believe there are a few different topics at hand here. Connecting to server, multiplayer offline intermittently, random ping spikes, and in-game feel and shot registration. In response to the networking update that happened earlier this year should only have touched the in-game aspects of how the game plays, such as shot registration. Right now, we have no reason to believe that the issues happening recently are tied to this aspect of the game. In other words, the server stuff. Connecting to our online services and servers is a different process. Those first two fall under more of a online services bucket and have popped up more frequently recently, and we're going after them. The third one, around random ping spikes mid-game, has been a long-running investigation with partner teams. So it sounds like they don't even have information on that one yet. Agreed that this is frustrating, but hopefully sharing a bit more transparency on an issue that is usually just bucketed opaquely as servers and networking, is there's quite a bit of difference between them all. There's a lot of weirdness happening right now since the connecting to server stuff popped up. Never-ending intro cameras, long splash screens, uneven teams, parts of the map not loading in, etc., confirming that we're tracking them. So again, I know people are going to want to pile onto the situation. Trust me, I'm not fucking happy about it either. And I know that what I'm about to say is going to cause the biggest eye roll of the fucking century in the Halo scene. They are working on it. I don't know how fast they are. I don't know how diligently they are. I don't know. But they are working on it. If you want to be mad at me for saying that, feel free. I don't fucking care. But I can promise you one thing. I can promise you one thing that's not going to do anything for you. And that's continue bitching about it. Dragger, I'm glad they're working. I know, right? Oh, man. So great to know that they're just actively working on it.
It was said earlier in chat, but for me too, the biggest thing is they haven't figured out the root cause of the issues.
Yep.
So that means it's basically indefinite at this point.
Yep. You're saying it's infinite?
Yeah. It's infinite possibilities for the future of Halo servers.
Oh my God. Like, I won't lie. It's this is fucking terrible.
It is. It's bad.
This is legitimately fucking terrible. You have multiple instances of people just literally not being able to play your fucking video game online. It is a big fucking issue. Okay? Jesus Christ. Just Your Average Halo Guy says, I'm mad at Microsoft and that's it. My disdain is being pointed in a few different directions. Do we know if they're making the next Halo? Yes, they are. Incredible Shots. That's a cool name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. So then it's over? What do you mean? What do you mean, so then it's over? I love how Tyler and others in chat are like starting to discuss their Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Like it's brought up and they're like, we're running with it, guys. Oh, man. And the funny part is that they're going to just start arguing in there too. You know? No one's going to agree on anything. Wilton, that's fine if you have that opinion. Good for you. What's up, Show Enough? Welcome back. Kant says, quote, Halo Infinite has 148 unique network settings and connects to Waypoint, Azure PlayFab, EAC, and Xbox Live. It take time to pinpoint the error, end quote. Saw the tweet by an API guy and thought it added context. Do you have a link to that, Kants? Laird, I can agree with that. Yeah, Kants, if you have a link to that tweet, DM us, please. Because the thing that's hilarious to me is, like, I don't know how credible that source is, right? But the thing that I find fucking hilarious is the amount of people out there who think that it's just some easy fucking fix. Those people, I laugh. I just laugh at 100%. Bob Bangham, welcome back, says, at least the server issues won't stop me from grinding to unlock cosmetics from the exchange that I already grinded for previously. Hell yeah. Wilton. Okay. Wilton, I'm going to give you one more chance. Okay? Feel like I've been patient enough. I'm going to give you one more chance. Relax. Because with your statement, you're insinuating that those that are working on and trying to identify the issue are incompetent. When frankly, you don't know. So stop talking like you think you know when you don't. Pretty simple. Jesus Christ. Beiji says, I'm so curious to know more about their process. I can't imagine the main product being completely broken for 2 weeks plus at any company I've worked for. Beiji, I can agree with that. Thank you, Elamite. Welcome back, by the way. Good to see you. Also, you know what, Elamite, not to gas you up even further because you don't need the gas, but there was somebody who asked earlier if we think that you're the best coach in the scene. And I would say you're fucking up there. You're fucking up there, you know? So there you go. Your title says it was a dedicated server, so does that mean they solved the issue or in the process? Elemento, if you're talking about just the title of the show, it's just, I just copied it from a message that you receive in the game when the dedicated server fails. That's all it is. They're in the process of trying to figure out what the issue is. The team makes it too easy. The team is phenomenal. The team is fucking phenomenal. You trolled me? You're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah. But no, Beiji, I agree with you. As somebody who works for a software company as well, I would say hands down that if one of our products went down for 2+ weeks, clients would be calling about terminating contracts. Like after 24 hours. Like if our products were down for 24 hours, clients would be calling to cease contracts like immediately. Guaranteed. Ronan, oh my God. Holy shit. All right. Will, I want to ask you, if you've been playing it all today?
I have.
So, real quick, before I ask you, I was watching Lucid, and he did say that things were better today. There were a couple issues, obviously, but things felt better today overall. You have been playing throughout this entire debacle. As of right now, the games that you played today and whatnot are those that you've been able to play. What has your experience? Do you feel like your experience has been better today versus previous? Around the same? What do you think?
It's interesting because solo queuing, I don't get the problem as much, right? It's when you're in a party. It's when you have more fire team members, basically, that someone will get the messages or one person won't load in. But queuing solo has been fine for the most part. Today, I think I only loaded into one 4v3 situation, which then the game ended. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it was fine. And then I think I had one dedicated server message.
Okay.
And that's probably approximately out of like 6 to 7 or 8 games. So 2 out of 8 games, a quarter of my games, still high enough a percentage to be a problem, obviously. But the servers felt fine once you're in a game. Okay.
Elamite says he'll get 3 or 4 games in a row, no problem, then be struggling for an hour. Elamite, Kyle, let me ask you, if you restart, like, are you, after those 3 or 4 games, right, and you're struggling for a little bit, do you restart your game and then see if it alleviates the issue for a little bit? I'm curious. Ronan says, I get mad when the game doesn't give me a chance when I load into with a man down. Like, don't tell me I can't win a 1v2 game. Ronan wants to get in there and says, who do you think you are? I am. Yeah, restarting 4 or 5 times in a 4-hour session, whether or not it does something, I don't know. That's fucking unfortunate.
Yeah.
That sucks. That sucks. I will say the majority of my issues, we did like a firefight sesh the other night, and I think we had like the easy anti-cheat thing once where we all just restarted our build and then we're in. Bart, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you were there. And then the play date that we did last week, that had, I mean, we had the normal, and I say normal like this, this shouldn't happen anyway, but like this, we had the normal of like a player not connecting to the lobby. So we all just reset, got everybody back in the lobby and went from there. But that's happened like fucking for years now at this point. You know what I mean? But yeah, Invisiblade on a grading scale, 70% success is a C. C's get degrees. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's sad and hilarious at the same time. All right. Yeah, they need to figure it out. They really need to figure it out. Because Beiji, I think you said, I think you hit the fucking nail on the head in regards to the, like, putting context on like how it's been down for so long and we are where we are. I'm reading that Incredishots message right now. That's a statement. All right. Most software companies would probably fail entirely if their whole product was broken for 2 weeks. No, I completely agree. This is what I'm saying. Like, if somebody works for a software company, yeah. The amount of money that you'd be losing, like, holy shit, dude. It would crumble the business that I work for. So, God damn. I'm thinking about it, Will. Definitely thinking about it. Just waiting for one more. You know what I mean? Just waiting for one more.
Gotcha.
Yep. Our product lost a lot of data for months because of hard drive issues in 2011. Bad times. Doesn't sound like fun times, that's for sure. All right. So yeah, putting a button on this. I hope to God that they find that root issue soon, because this is, frankly, it's unacceptable. It's just frankly unacceptable that things have been going on for this long. They need to find the root cause. They need to fix their shit. They need to get into the best working situation it possibly can. Has there been a game to experience something like this before? Yeah.
Just say it.
Remember MCC's launch? Oh, man. Oh man. But yeah, you guys are right. GTA 5's online was horrible at launch. That was a disaster. But how long was that down for in Visiblade? Do you remember? Bart says MW2. I feel like and if Beth is here, she can attest to this as well. Is that I don't want to say every because that's, putting everything on an umbrella, and it's not necessarily every one of them, but it feels like the majority of of modern COD releases have online issues at least for like the first couple days. I don't know if it extends into the week. I don't know if it extends 2 weeks out, but like it feels like. Will, go ahead. Go right ahead. Thank you. See you later, dumb fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. I had a buddy who only plays Overwatch and he wanted to give Halo a chance, and I was on a hiatus. Suffice to say, the server issue snuffed that out. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Destiny 2 had the issue recently. How long? I mean, we play Destiny 2 frequently, but like how long? I'm trying to think. Besides MCC, because MCC was rough. In terms of a multiplayer perspective, right? In terms of a multiplayer perspective on launch, it was rough. You can play campaigns just fine. Pretty sure it was only like 24 hours or so. Yeah, I can't remember a game besides MCC at launch having this rough of server stability issues for this amount of time. Will, does anything come to your mind? No?
No.
Laird, No Man's Sky... I thought No Man's Sky worked. It just wasn't what people wanted. Like, it wasn't the expectations that were put forth by Sean Murray. Having issues is normal. Not being able to roll back the changes that cause the issue and or not being able to identify what the issue is for so long is not normal. I agree with that. I agree. Beiji, thank you for... Seriously, we've had some fucking morons in the chat today. So thank you for just bringing these level-headed responses. And this goes to others that have brought level-headed responses as well. But fucking A, I don't know what has gotten into Twitch chat today, Will. It's... People want to come in here and be like, hey, fucking 343's bad, man. I'm going to go fucking pout in the corner and shit. Fuck you. Go away. Oh my God. Holy
I wonder,
shit.
like, Beiji, you bring back the rolling back thing, but what is there to roll back other than, because the update to Infinite didn't break the servers. This problem was happening before they updated the game on Tuesday. Last Tuesday. Like it started a week before that, just randomly. So it has to be something in the connection to the servers.
Yeah, it feels like it's not something that would necessarily be rolled back unless, because, Will, you obviously understand this as too, as I imagine Beiji does too, is that just because we didn't get, like, we as the player base didn't get a release like for an update to install doesn't necessarily mean that they pushed a back-end update for specific services or whatever it is. And I'm not saying that's what they did because we don't know. We don't know what happened. We don't know what the problem is. And they're clearly trying to figure it out too. So there's that. Battlefield 2042 was way worse than Infinite ever has been. Laird had mentioned like Battlefield 4, if I'm not mistaken. I do remember Battlefield 4 having a lot of issues at launch. I do remember that. Will, it was so bad. Like Dom and I played Battlefield 3 together religiously. Mm-hmm. Like we played Bad Company 2 into Battlefield 3 and we played Battlefield 3 religiously. We were pumped. We were amped for BF4. And when BF4 launched, it was, you couldn't squat up. I remember you couldn't squat up with your fucking friends at launch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh my God. Yo, Elamite with the 2-monther. Thank you so much. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Good luck in SLC. We'll see you there. I knew he mentioned 4, but 2042 was actually unplayable.
How so?
Thank you for
because
the
of a server
question.
connection or flying tanks, etc. Oh,
that sounds fun. That sounds way better than normal Battlefield, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Turbo Sniper. We talked about MCC. That's like is that's the poster child for awful multiplayer launches. Impossible to know without more information. It has to be either a change that they made or a change to some service that they use, though. As much as people think AI is real now, software still can't actually do anything we don't tell it to. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I remember there was one map on BF4 that just crashed my game anytime it popped up. Yeah. So again, just to loop everything together here, it is, I know people will think that we're shills for the company or whatever. We're not. I've thrown my fair share of shit their way multiple times on this show. This is unacceptable. The way that the servers are running right now, it is frankly unacceptable. You have players that are actively trying to play your game, that actively want to play your game, and they simply cannot load into a multiplayer game. They simply cannot do it. And as we've seen, as we've seen from those in the chat, as we've seen on countless streams as well, as Elamite had stated too, hours at a time. It's unacceptable. Do we know how to fix it? No. And I'm not going to sit here and act like we do. And neither should you. But frankly, they need to find the root issue ASAP. And they need to fix this shit. What's up, CG? Welcome back. Good to see you. Turbo says, I took vacation for MCC's launch FML. Turbo, I did too. And that's why thank fucking God that the campaigns worked. Thank God the campaigns worked on launch, because that would have been even worse if that wasn't the case. Ronan, the one guy who knew how to fix it, got booted by Will. Oh, that guy's a fucking moron. Oh, man. That's fucking hilarious.
My bad, guys.
How dare you? How dare you get a shitter out of here, Will?
Fuck.
He was
Another
our only hope.
Server issues.
He was the chosen one. Oh my God. I haven't played Infinite for almost 4 months, and every time I want to play, I go watch a stream and hear the raging because of the servers and lose interest. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I will say, you know what, Will, if I want to put like a ever so slightly positive spin on this, like I said, I was watching Lucid earlier today.
Yeah.
And he did not sound mad at like some of the changes that were implemented and whatnot. So like there were times he was laughing. There were times he was having fun. I'm like, man, whenever I see a pro player having fun, I'm like, they must have done something, you know, because I feel like we don't hear that very often anymore.
Yeah. Look, I'll say this.
Sure.
The changes that got implemented to the game were the changes Lucid have been talking about for months.
Yeah.
Getting the sandbox more involved, slowing down the rate of fire to eliminate the 1 second team shot. And he got what he wanted. He better be happy right now. That's all I'll say.
Oh, no, we were talking about it during our little firefight sesh that we all kind of agreed that like Lucid is one of the best with the sandbox in the game. And I was like, we're kind of wondering, are we going to see that season 1 Lucid return where no weapon left untouched on the map is basically what it felt like. Which, I mean, from a viewership standpoint, like from a spectator standpoint, it's awesome to see everything being used. But we also understand like how overpowered the red gun is, how overpowered the shotgun can be, you know, so on and so forth. It's just nice to see additional things of the sandbox being used from a viewership perspective. So How do you think the SLC qualifier are going to go if it takes one more week to fix these server issues? That's the question, right? That's the question. Will, you please, you kind of joked about it, but what did you say in terms of like how long it would take?
Oh yeah, I was like, we might be in for a 20-hour tournament, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is too is Infinite's about momentum at times, right? Mm-hmm. If you are up a game or two in a series and then all of a sudden you get the issue, everyone has to restart. You're sitting in the lobby for 20, 30 minutes trying to rebuild it just to get a connection to the game. Mm-hmm. It could flip things on its head. So I just hope they find a solution soon and we can all get back to playing in peace.
I agree. I do want to ask, Elamite, are you still here? If so, please say so. I have a question for you. And if not,
Josh, I also noticed you haven't been saying woos tonight. Are the notifications not coming through for you?
No, I've been saying woos. What do you mean?
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Okay, never mind.
It's okay. Yeah, Steezy, Tyler, and Elamite?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gotten their woos. Don't you worry. Devilish. I'm glad I was able to pronounce that correctly. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. 343 just getting karma for stealing crowdfunding for the players. Oh, man. All right. Does not sound like Kyle is here, which is quite all right. Well, I think that's it for the regular news.
All right.
I think so. This would be where we have Codner the Games Watch, but we don't because it's in the off season, which means it's time for Will's Adventures of the Nailovers and other games too. Devilish, thank you for being here, but I will say we don't know what the issue is. So don't, like, I'm not trying to be an ass. Just don't assume, like, oh, it's because of the coding or it's because of blah, 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 blah. We don't know. Something's fucked, and they need to fix what's fucked. And hopefully they fix what's fucked soon.
And honestly, they is a kind of loose term there.
Exactly.
It could be Microsoft. It could be Azure for the server side. It could be 343 themselves, but we just don't know.
Can they just unfuck it? Infamous, that's right.
Don't we all just want that?
They need to press the unfuck button.
Yeah.
Like normally we like fucking, but they need to press the unfuck button on this one.
I saw it earlier in chat, but someone was like, "Oh, the unfucked switch has just been off this whole time."
That's it. That
was great.
Dragger says need to unfuck the fucked and not fuck other fucking fucks. That was a line from that was the line from the upcoming Dr. Seuss novel. Yeah, I get it. That was my hot take. I don't know much about how these things work. Hey, it's okay. We appreciate the hot take. And it wasn't even a hot take because we all agree. Don't even worry about it. Oh my God. All right. Will, what did you happen to play over the last week? Let's talk about some other things that are not necessarily fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Halo Infinite. I'm surprised you don't have it on your list because you were involved in the community.
Oh, that's right. I should put that down. Oh, man. I just wanted to get it out of my head so fucking quickly. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
My favorite was definitely like the Pokemon battle mode.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was wonderfully designed.
Yeah.
Would love to get a group together and play that again.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Usually there's not much else on this list, but because of the Halo Infinite servers, here's what I have this week. I jumped on the finals. I've been randomly playing that when I feel like it.
Nice.
I haven't played this game in the longest time, but I played Dead by Daylight yesterday.
Ooh.
They have a new mode where it's 2 killers versus 8 survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey asked me to play, and we hopped on as 2 killers running around the map, just messing things up. It was fun. Playing Marvel Snap. Randomly, again, when I don't know what to play, I jumped on Hogwarts Legacy to clear more of my map. I've been going through and hitting every single point, like kind of going for the 100% map clear very slowly.
Hell yeah.
And then Joey bought College Football 25 digitally, so therefore I can download it for free
Nice.
because we share PlayStations.
Hell yeah.
And started my QB career today. I thought about picking like a high-end school and going for the glamour, but I went to Minnesota.
You played the game the way, I know you can play the game however you want, but like that, like, you know, you ask diehards and they're like, no, you got to build a team up from the bootstraps, basically. You know, you can't just be picking a fucking Bama or an Ohio State. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But to answer a question, someone asked, what house am I in? I am Ravenclaw. And then, did I pick UT Austin? No, I picked Minnesota. I'm sorry, Ashley.
Minnesota boys.
Yeah, row the boat. Exactly. The team kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I'm pissed. I've hit wide open receivers and tight ends, and even like just a little bit of contact, and they drop the fucking ball, and it's like,
we're not playing Madden anymore.
Rodzilla, I just lost to Michigan for the fucking brown jug. All right, I'm pissed.
Oh my god.
I was the away team. The freaking stadium had my lines all messed up. I couldn't, like, they have it when you're in an away stadium. If the crowd's loud, they don't show you what icons your receivers are. Mm-hmm. They don't show you their path. You have to remember from the play selection screen the pathing, and then they still don't show you the receiver icon. So you might think, like if you're on a PlayStation controller like mine, circle is the outside receiver, but it's really the left side receiver because their icons are blocked. You just throw it to the wrong person. So it's tough. They made it really tough. How is playing football on the Frostbite engine? It's Ronan, it's skill issue here.
Skill issue.
There.
Oh my god.
It's fine. There's some plays that I laugh my ass off at because like the running back will like cut outside and the linebacker will be like right next to him, but he'll turn to chase and then he'll just stay like right behind him, right on his ass the whole time. Like he could dive to tackle, he could take him down, but they'll just run in tandem down the field. Kind of funny.
Real quick, Bart, I just looked it up because I was curious because I thought Madden's been on Frostbite for a while. And yeah, apparently since Madden NFL 18, released in 2017, all Madden's been on Frostbite.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucky stuff that happens in Madden anyway. Josh has witnessed it. Witnessed it.
Oh yeah, but it adds to the fun, you know.
Yeah,
it just adds to the dumb fun that is that game. So
I had an interception happen where the ball got deflected, and like the linebacker is looking back towards the QB.
Yeah,
and the ball like fumbles, and like he catches it backwards, his hand. And you're like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So yeah,
it's funny as shit. Just the fucky shit that happens in those games. Oh my god. Or like a player like walking into another player, or like a player's down on the ground and you see another player like get up like next to him, bump him and shit. It's just, like the game doesn't know what the fuck to do. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. It's the state of Madden and EA Sports football nowadays, so it is what it is.
Hey, it's in the game, you know.
But yeah, I think that's all I played. That's been it. What about you, Josh?
Well, real quick, Topher with the gifted sub, you get a woo! Did you hear that one?
I did.
Okay, good.
I think I was so focused on chat earlier because of what was going on.
Yeah, I hear
My bad.
No, you're fucking fine. You're fucking fine. Topher also says fuck Ravenclaw, Will.
Well, fuck you.
And then I'm just too casual says Ravenclaw W.
Hell yeah.
So there you go. CG says, when's the next tournament? If you're asking about, I know this is a little while ago, but if you're asking about Halo, this weekend on Friday is the LVT and FFA, the LVT and Native Gaming FFA Series week number 1 takes place. That's on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday is supposed to be the HCS Open Series week 1 as we go and lead into SLC. So yeah, the question is, Will those servers function? Find out next time. You got to download Manhunt and enjoy just homicidal fun. Some old school Rockstar. Bart, I'm also Gryffindor. I'm a basic bitch. I'm an absolute basic bitch. All right. What did I play? You're right, Will. I played 2 games. I played some Halo Infinite as well, like you had correctly mentioned that it was for the community played it, and then also played some Firefight. So yes, I did play some Halo Infinite. My bad for forgetting. And then I started Pokemon Black 2. And I just got my first badge last night, as a matter of fact. And here's a little fun fact about that game, just real quick. Obviously, because it's a direct sequel, and it's the first ever direct sequel to a Pokemon game, the relationships are basically shown right off the bat. Like, spoiler alert for people who haven't played Black and White and Black and White 2, is one of your friends in Black and White actually becomes the first gym leader of Black and White 2. So it's the normal type gym, and you're heading over to the gym, and you don't, at the beginning of the game, you don't really have a good counter to normal types. You don't really have fighting type moves at the beginning of the game. And one of the people, like in the area before the gym, is like, "Oh yeah, this is a normal type gym. You should you should get like a fighting type Pokemon. The only one that really exists is a Riolu over in this ranch." And I'm like, "Hey, thanks for the tip, fucker. I'm gonna go get one of them." So I went and got one. And the only fighting type fucking move it knows is counter, which means the other Pokemon has to hit first before you can hit back. And it's a fucking nightmare. And it doesn't learn its next fighting move until level fucking 15. So I just destroyed it with my starter and moved the fuck on.
There you go.
Like, I'm not wasting my goddamn time. So, fuck you, Riolu. God. I'll take a Lucario. But goddamn. Who is the starter? Oh, come on, Topher. Who do you think? We're not going to have this discussion all over again. Who do you think?
I'm getting out of here if we're getting on starter talk.
Who do you think was the starter that I chose? Come on, Topher. Who do you think? Piplup, get the fuck out of here. Tepig. Fire all day, every fucking day. Fire all day, every fucking day. It's in my goddamn name. But hey, as long as we're in agreement here, as long as nobody's fucking picking Snivy, as long as nobody's picking the fucking grass starter, who fucking picks grass starters? Am I right? Guys, Will's not here anymore. Do you guys remember when he said that he picked Bulbasaur? Who fucking picks Bulbasaur? Who? Topher, no. Topher, take it back. Take it back. Like the cat in Scarlet and Violet? Is that a Sprigatito? Is that what its name is? I will say, and Snag's not here right now, but he's fucking, I don't understand his logic behind this, but he thinks that Snivy is a bad looking Pokemon. Like, he thinks that Snivy's ugly. Like, what the fuck? I would take the looks of a Snivy over fucking looks of a Tepig any day of the week. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I would take the looks of fucking Sprigatito or Quaxley over the fucking fire starter in Scarlet and Violet any day of the week. Like, there's some ugly fire starters, I'll tell you that. There's some ugly fucking fire starters. I'm going to pick them every time. I'll pick them every goddamn time because looks are not everything, folks. Looks are not everything. So you're going picking the fire starter every time. Nerd alert. Hey, Rod, I like Pokemon. What can I say? Sorry, not sorry. I like Pokemon. It hits me in my nostalgic feels, man. Grew up with it. Just kind of like growing up with Halo as well. Always get super excited for a new Halo release. It'd be great if Infinite worked all the time, but what are you going to do? So. But no, I'm loving playing the older titles that I never played back in the day. Because I kind of played through... I got up through... My God, I kind of really stopped after Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Well, no, then Fire Red, Leaf Green, and all that. But like, I never played through Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I'm going to go back and play Platinum eventually. I just recently beat Black, White. Loved it. So yeah, now playing some Black and White too. And Pokemon's fun shit, man. Pokemon's fun shit. Digimon were more hardcore. Ronan, a game that I've heard really good things about that I do want to try eventually, and I do have it ready to go. It's like Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Is that what it's called? I could be mistaken here. But I do want to play that. Rod, you are insane. Rod, you are insane. Respect you too, by the way. But fuck. All right. Will's back. I'm done with the Pokemon talk. And that's all I played. I'm excited to play more, to be honest with you. But there is that. Will, I'm going to ask you, not Pokemon related, but a game that is releasing later this month. Previews have come out for it. It is very, very mixed reactions. It feels like more maybe on the negative side than the positive side, but I'm curious your interest in it. Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh, yeah.
The end of this month is when it releases.
Yeah, the whole mixed review controversy came when they said, open world, you can explore all these planets, but then they also said you could get to end in 5 minutes on a speeder,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested in it. Could be good, could be bad. It depends on what kind of story they tell. Hell, I haven't even played Jedi Survivor yet.
But you can now. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
You can play you some Jedi Survivor.
So yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it, but hopefully it becomes available on Games Pass as well. I'll check it out.
This is a Ubisoft game, so it won't. I would doubt it.
Damn
I would doubt it. Never say never, Justin Bieber, but I doubt it.
Microsoft buys Ubisoft. Confirmed.
No, they one of the whole things with like the FTC, if I'm not mistaken, was like there's a reason why. So like, oh my God, I forgot all the fucking weird loophole-y shit that had to take place. But basically it had to do with like cloud streaming, with like Game Pass Ultimate and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so Ubisoft, like, there's some rule for like that allows Ubisoft to do something very specifically. Chat might remember what I'm mentioning here, but like it is fucking weird. It was such a bizarre thing that Ubisoft were like, nah, I'm gonna do this. Like, okay, fucking what? Topher says Ubisoft gets to stream cloud gaming for Blizzard games. I thought it's something like that. It's something fucking weird like that. Oh my God. So yeah, I agree with what people in chat are saying. Maybe it's like a wait for a sale type thing for me. Because my hopes were very high. Now, granted, that's my fault for like having high hopes for a Ubisoft open world game in 2024. But in all seriousness, like I loved everything that they were showing. And then I watched the preview stuff and I'm like, oh, this, maybe it is a little too generic. Maybe it's not as open as what we were thinking. Because, you know, when you show those little vertical slices of gameplay, obviously it looks awesome. And then when you dive into the nitty gritty and you're playing it for like 10, 15, 20 hours, it's like, okay, how mundane does this feel after a while? So we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like what we really need is a GTA / Cyberpunk. I mean, if Cyberpunk came out correct, Star Wars game.
Yeah. Wait, that's the answer. A game that released in such a shit state that it didn't fucking work for an incredibly longer amount of period of time. Cyberpunk 2077 on console. Because on PC it worked for the most part, but on consoles it just didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
There's the answer. We figured it out. God damn.
Took us this long, but we got there.
Topher, we already said MCC. We already said
yeah.
MCC, but like a game past MCC. And a game that was broken for a long period of time, not just 24 hours, not just 48 hours, but a long period of time. Cyberpunk 2077 on console. It got delisted from PS4. It got Sony delisted it because it didn't fucking work. I fucking remember that now. Yes, thank you, Will. There it is. But no, I agree with you. I would love, maybe it's too ambitious. Maybe it's just too ambitious, but I'm with you. As somebody who is not deeply invested in Star Wars lore, like I never read any of the books, like I haven't watched a ton of the TV stuff, including stuff that released a long time ago. I've mainly just been fixated on the movies, right? And then a couple of the series. But I would love if a game like that came out. I would love that.
What's close to it in Starfield.
Right? Well,
Right?
be careful about saying that because I love Starfield, but I know a lot of people have other feelings about that game.
But yeah, I'm saying like you can fly to some of those planets, right?
Yeah.
And some of them have these vast cityscapes or have the underground feel to them like the Star Wars realm has. And then you just lay the Star Wars lore and canon on top of it.
Yeah, the amount of people that would eat that shit up. If there was a true, deep, open world Star Wars video game in the style of those that you mentioned, that would be fucking awesome. That'd be fucking awesome. Like you can
And just like in Starfield, you can choose to be part of different factions like there are in Star Wars. You can choose to be good or do the well, I don't know. You can choose like the thief route, right?
Yeah, so like a lot of the things that you're mentioning right now are able to be done in the Old Republic, which is the MMO.
Yeah.
That is still going today, by the way, for folks interested. But like, I think if you just start with that as the blueprint and then build like a massively open world standard RPG, fuck. I'm already sold. Like, you know, I'll pre-order right now. Yes, Quack, I agree with you. I'm very excited for Shattered Space as well. Like I said, I feel like I'm in a minority here. I genuinely loved my time with Starfield, but then again, I knew exactly what I was getting with Starfield, which was a Bethesda RPG. I knew exactly what I was getting off the rip. I thoroughly enjoyed my time. Rod, I never really got into Metal Gear Solid games. I never really did. I want to go back and try to spend some more time with MGS5. I do. Because none of the other ones really clicked with me, but I like the open world nature of 5. and kind of the free form, like do whatever you want when you want type of thing, kind of like that. So who knows? I know how big that fandom is. Like, I know how people are diehards for Metal Gear, so good for them. Play the first one to get the canon. I'll probably, if anything, I'd just watch it. You know what I mean? If anything, I'd just watch like a lore recap, because I also know how convoluted Metal Gear lore can be. Maybe not as convoluted as a Kingdom Hearts, but like, you know what I mean? Ronan says, Sea of Stars was perfect from launch, and that is all. That is all. That is all. All right. Sorry. We've been on the video game talk for too damn long here. Let's get into some shoutouts. Happy belated birthday to Madam Carnage and Ogre 2, as a matter of fact. Shout out to everyone who joined in the community playdate. We had All-in Juan, Boba Fett, Bart, Danny Phantom, Game Crazy John, High Tech Redneck, Carnage, Lumberquack, Riznak, Tyler Hits Buttons, and William Starwinder. Thank you guys very much for joining the playdate. Regardless of the server issues, hope everyone had some fun, because I had some fun. Will, did you have some fun?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Goat B-Day today? I don't think it was today. I think it was yesterday or the day before. It was over the weekend. Bart. John says, wait, you mean to tell me that an RPG made by Bethesda plays like an RPG made by Bethesda? That's crazy. I agree. It's a crazy fucking concept, right? It's like you think you're going to reinvent the fucking wheel or something for a game that sells a shit ton. No. Just like, guys, wait for it. I don't think the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be the biggest fucking departure of what they're known for either. I know. Still going to play the fuck out of it. I'm still going to play the absolute fuck out of it. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. The Red Gear, Alvian, Divergent, Mungry, Sports Better, and Credit Shots, Devilish. Thank you all for the follows. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And then we had Steezy with the 4-month resub, Tyler with the 2-month resub, Elabite with the 2-month resub, and Topher with the gifted sub. You all get a woo! Thank you very much for the gifted subs and the resubs. Check out that link. Sure enough, I can't see the link. Can you DM on Discord or Twitter, please? Pretty please. If you wouldn't mind, it'd be great. Hey, Will. Unless it's the link that I think it is and I have it open right now, sure enough. It might be the link that I have open right now. But Will. Okay. Breaking news.
Yep.
Breaking news. Halo support. They put out a tweet on the Twitters.
Oh no.
Yes.
Are we gonna have a whole nother discussion?
No, we don't. The Halo Infinite team has deployed a back-end update to assist with the internal investigation into matchmaking errors. If you're currently playing, relaunch the game to receive the change. If you encounter errors after relaunching, submit a ticket at the link they provide. So they have not said that the issue is fixed. Frankly, they did not say if they found the root issue. But there is a update that has been released via the back end, so you should not need to actually update your game. But if you are playing, close, start it up again, and see if things are for the better.
I honestly don't feel like this is going to make things better. I feel like it's data collection to find out what the fuck's happening. But I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. If you're currently playing, relaunch the game And let them know if you experience anything else. Let them know. Also, I find it fucking hilarious that we're talking about Pokemon earlier and Ronan has changed his name in our Discord server to Luca Ronan. Wow.
I've thought of a few good ones myself. I'm like, nah, just let him have it.
Oh, he always does. He always does. He fucking runs with it. For sure sounds like it's a telemetry update to find out the issue. It does sound like that. I agree with you as well, Will. And yeah, just your average Halo guy. They are working on it. It's fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. All right. So there you go. I'll make sure to get this added to the show notes as well. As a matter of fact, I will literally do it right now. So in the event a person or persons checks it out after the fact, then hey,
it's there.
It is there. It's there like swimwear. All right. There we go. Hell to the yeah. And then shout out to everyone who is a patron at the semi-pro and higher tiers. That includes Hardy Class Blackout, Barnaby Jones, Remedy Boots, Head Honcho, Watsy, Dakota, Christian D. Pancakes, Ashley, Voodoo Man, Rostermania Jr., Jerky Deer, Snagoo, Raider, Hater, Peanut Bud, One Swole, Daddy Phantom, Riz, Knack, Zarners, Hobby Damned, High Tech, Redneck, Goalie, Sniper, The Only Neem, Heavy Rainfall, and Landed Armored. Thank you very much for your extra support over on the Patreon. Community creations, Halo memes every day, red.com/r/Halo memes. It might still be there for you. Steezy says, I need the Patreon link. If you type in !Patreon, it'll bring you right the fuck there, Daddy-o. HCS Atlanta photo albums, both by Blame the Meg and the HCS. Go check out both of the photo albums. Grenade jumping routes. This is by Jerix. Thought this is a nice little video showcasing some of the grenade jump possibilities now that the update has been released. Don't know. Well, we talked about it last week as well. Very curious how these are implemented. These are used within the competitive play because it is a very high risk, potentially high reward scenario because you are going to be damaged going out of that jump. So, but depending upon the map, it does seem like there's some really cool things going on there. And then finally, another really cool thing that is going on. SLC trading cards campaign. This is by Running Riot Halo Cards. They state, we had an amazing time in Atlanta giving out the free cards. We'd love to bring new design cards to give out at Salt Lake, but we need your help. We're looking for a limited number of people to invest into the project in return for a master set of cards and perks. You can DM them for details. Because it costs a lot of... So just for folks to have a heads up here, this is going to sound like I'm shilling for them, and I'm not trying to shill for them. Like, let's add some context here. They're coming from the UK over to the US, bringing all of these cards with them. Also to say that the cards are very high quality as well. It costs them a lot of money to do this. Like, we have DM'd back and forth. It costs them a lot of money to do this. I'm not going to disclose amounts because that's their, I don't want it, that's their deal. It's a lot. Lally Warrior says, why not sell them? Because they want to give them away for free. Like, they want to give them away as a chance for people to interact and to gather and whatnot at these events. That's what they want to do. But understanding how expensive it can be to produce them and to bring them with them, They're just looking for folks that want to invest a little bit to make sure that the project is able to happen. That's all. So, like Laird says, shit is very expensive to give away for free. Yes. Yes. What's up, Frantic? Welcome back. I personally will support them because they're great people and awesome for the community. Yeah, they are fucking awesome. And that's the thing too, is like, reach out to them in the DMs if you're interested in helping to support them a little financially to make this project happen. It is, you do not need to. You absolutely do not need to. Do not feel obligated to. But like they say in the tweet, if you're able to invest and provide the amount that they're looking for, you can get a full master set of the cards and some perks. I don't know what those perks are, but hey, go check it out if you're interested. And like I said, it's not mandatory. You do you. We understand that things are very tight financially for a lot of us. So do what you can if you want to. And just know the support is appreciated by them. So there you go. And that's it. That's all I got, Will. So if you wouldn't mind, if you would plug this motherfucker of a show.
Yeah, for those still here, we will be rating out after the show, so please stick around. And as always for the plugs, as mentioned before, patreon.com/HCS Pro Talk, all one word. Do a little extra content over there, extra video show, audio show. Go check it out if you're interested and want to support us on a different platform. And as always, you can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and others like Josh's favorite.
Pocket Cast, not Ned.
We have a link tree with a link to pretty much everywhere we are. Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and even some HCS Pro Talk merch. If you're interested, go check out the link tree. Also, easy to find us on all those sites. Merch is HCS Pro Talk Fourth Wall. So find the Fourth Wall site, search HCS Pro Talk. We're there.
We are.
And then if you go to hcsprotalk.com, it'll send you somewhere else. HaloEvolve.co.
Your home for Halo.
We are hosted with the fine folks over at Podcast Evolve. So make sure to go check out all their shows as well while you're there, such as Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Build with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. And they have some awesome merch as well, I must say. Go check that out. I have one of their sweatshirts, and I forgot there's like a little mini pocket inside the big pouch.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can hide the thing right in here. My e-cig, for those don't smoke. I'm trying to quit, but it's fucking almost impossible. My e-cig fit perfectly in there. I'm like, I could just carry it around right there. Know exactly where it is. Won't get lost in my pockets.
There you go.
So yeah, go check out Podcast Evolve. And that's all I have for this episode, Josh.
Thank you very much, Will. LVT, or I should say Brandon, on his Louis V Titan account said, we got our first approved design. And stay fucking tuned. That's all I'm going to say about that. Stay fucking tuned. We're probably not allowed to say anything. I don't fucking care. Stay fucking tuned for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go rate up Lucinity. Sin's playing some Halo Infinite right now. Hopefully the servers are working up for her. She's trying to raise some funds to get over to Worlds, so make sure to show her the support if you can. And yeah, go show her some love. And be fucking nice. Don't be a shitter, okay?
Yeah, Sin is amazing. Such a nice person.
She is.
Please return it.
Yes. Do not be a fucking shitter. We already had to ban one earlier today. I don't want to do it again. All right. You all have a great night. That's going to do it for episode 351. I'm fucking beat. Holy shit. Guys, that'll do it for us. We'll be back next week. Fingers fucking crossed for a smooth running tournament this weekend for the start of the Open Series as we lead into SLC. Please, please, yes. Please, please, please. Please. We'll be back next week to talk about whatever the fuck happens. But until then, I found the button.
Oh, God.
No, it's just the button to go to the stream ending.
I thought you were going to play a bunch of fucking buttons. Okay.
No. Silence, love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. We'll be back next week to talk about whatever the fuck happens with the servers, whatever the fuck happens with the game, and hopefully we talk about some tournament results. But until then,